it was clearer than crystal to the Lord that things in desert were settled forever.
Two powerful kingdoms stood at the heart of Europe. England and France both were ruled by kings, yet their political structures developed in ways that would ultimately shape the future of their nations. One towards the rise of a more balanced system of governance, and the other towards absolute monarchy. In England, the Magna Carta, or the Great Charter, placed significant limitations on the king's power. It established the principle that the king was not above the law and that he must consult his nobles and clergy before levying taxes. The Magna Carta was only the beginning. By the 17th century, Parliament had become a formidable force that could challenge the monarch. The monarch no longer ruled by divine right alone. They were compelled to work with Parliament to govern, particularly on matters of taxation and national policy.
This gave England a more representative system, that power was shared between the monarchy and elected officials, thus limiting the absolute power of the king. In stark contrast, in France, the monarchy retained a much tighter grip on power. While France also had its own assemblies and councils, they never held the same authority as England's parliament. Kings like Louis XIV, the Sun King, epitomized the absolute monarch, ruling with the belief that their authority was divinely ordained. The French king's decisions were often final. In the long run, this absolute monarchy in France contributed to widespread dissatisfaction, which eventually exploded into revolution. With the revolution came chaos and the reign of terror.
The turmoil in France was uncontrollable. Rebellions became very powerful and influential. If anybody spoke against the occurring change, they would be executed. Nobody would be spared. Not even the king could escape the wrath of the leaders.
What has been built on the backs of the oppressed will now give way to something new. A world in streets are no longer built gold, but with the hopes of equality, freedom, and brotherhood.
Liberté!
Liberté!
Égalité!
Égalité!
Fraternité!
Fraternité!
They had long been behind. Yet, in the heart of this turmoil, a different kind of reckoning was taking place. Dr. Manet, lost for 18 years in the darkness of Bastille, was brought to a world that had been irrevocably changed. Amidst the chaos of revolution, there was Lucy, his daughter, whose love would be his anchor in a world now full of uncertainty and pain. They escaped from Paris, leaving their past behind, and go to England to start a new life.
Father, you've been so distant. I know the memories of those years on our street weigh heavily on you. But please, talk to me. You've never shared much of what you went through. I want to understand. I want to help you.
But still, there is an unfriendly darkness. On top of it, the cold silence is no yes, no light. It's a small little effort, but it's sometimes only to be done with. They tell me nothing of the world. Still to this time. I lost track of time. I forgot my words.
You were never lost to me, Father. I thought of you every day. I prayed for you every night, never knowing if you would be alive.
Forgive me such difficult question in my life. It is the only way to survive. But now, other than free, I still feel the untouched. The past is a shadow for us, and hence, it feels with us.
You're free now, Father. I won't let the past take you. You can face whatever comes together. You don't have to carry this alone. Father, it's over now. The darkness has passed, and we can finally live in peace.
is knowledge, the darkness future, the stars of a that cannot be addressed. The wind of change carries with us from hard art and everything. It's far from over.
The courtroom in London. Charles Darnley, a French aristocrat, stands accused of being a spy, passing and repassing between France and England, secret business of which he could give no honest account. Witnesses are called one after the other to present evidence against the prisoner. Through the course of questioning, tried to shut down the other passengers aboard the ship. Darnley voted from their lives, Lucy Manet, and they found them Dr. Manet. Dr. Manet has no recollection of meeting Lucy due to speak health. Lucy is caught in his stand next. Darnley, whose look has been inscrutable so far, blinks for the first time since he has entered the court. His eyes are transfixed on the witness, and so does every pair of eyes in the court. Miss Manet takes the stand.
Miss Manet, look upon the prisoner. Miss Manet, have you seen the prisoner before? Yes, sir. I met Mr. Danny on the ship, traveling from Port to Lagos. I was with my father, and we were escaping with the lover of the France. He was a fellow passenger aboard the ship. Did you have a conversation with the prisoner on board the ship? When the gentleman came on board.
You mean the prisoner?
Yes, my lord.
Then say the prisoner.
When the prisoner came on board, he noticed that car was Greek state at him and helped to give him Madam in the house. Did he come on board alone? No, with two gentlemen. What did they discuss? I don't know. I didn't hear them. He was a fellow passenger. I hate to call this man to be an innocent traveler. Do you not know that he was connected with the very aristocracy that France seeks to destroy? I did not know his background. He was simply a gentleman traveling with us. He was kind, courteous, and did not give any indication that he was anything other than a man of good character. It was only later, after we had arrived in England, that I learned more of his past. You say you met him on the ship, Miss Manet, but I can tell you this. He has long been a servant of the aristocracy, and his actions were always in service to the enemies of his time. You may have met him in innocence, that doesn't absolve him of insecurity. I do not know the motivations behind this, but I know the man I met, and the man I met is not inspired in any of it. He is not guilty of preparing me the mission today. He is a captain gentleman, who in my heart believes in being wrong.
Silence in the court. Now bring for the man who swears he saw his prisoner keep secret writing in his lodgings.
Mr. Barsar, tell us what you know about the accused.
I have known the prisoner, Charles Darnley, for some time. He is a former servant of the French aristocracy, and I can testify that he has actively been employed in espionage against England. He has been consorting with the enemies of the crown.
Did you also witness this man engaged in suspicious activities, Mr. Barsar?
Yes, I have seen him in the company of the known French spies. He is an agent for the French Revolutionary Cause, aiding their efforts to bring down England's government. His actions have been covert and dangerous.
Prosecutor narration. Driver, do you have any questions to ask?
Yes, my lord.
Any investigation?
Mr. Barsar, you testify that you saw the accused, Mr. Darnley, the company of known enemies of the state, correct? Yes, I did, sir. I saw him consorting with the enemies, and I recognized him as a dangerous man. Aha, a dangerous man indeed. Now tell the court, Mr. Barsar, are you in fact patriot yourself? Yes, I certainly am, sir. So you deny that you were once a paid informant for the British government? That's a lie. All right, Mr. Barsar, are you quite certain who is the prisoner? Yes, I certainly am, sir. Did you ever see anyone like the prisoner? Now look well upon the gentleman over there. Now look upon the prisoner. Are they very much like each other?
Are we gonna try Mr. Garden there for prison next?
No, my lord. What I would ask the witness is what has happened once could have happened twice more. Whether it was right that he was so confident about his statement. Well, at this point, my lord, I am members of the jury. I merely wish to point out that the witness is, shall we say, less than reliable, his loyalty suspect, and his testimony against my client holds no weight. There is a murmur among the jury members, and the verdict is out.
Darnley is acquitted.
really content. You have a knack to see what others miss. There's no small thing. It's a rare skill. You use it more often.
I use it when it's needed, not much when whatever it is.
So, Carter, what do you think of Lucy, man?
Lucy, what's the thing? She's a young woman, kind-hearted, a bit too good for the world, I suppose.
Ah, yes, of course. Too good. Too good for the likes of us. But I do agree that you had a thought or two about her.
Ah, come on now, you and your theories. Let's get back to work, shall we?
In the heart of Paris, amidst the flood tides of revolution, a woman of remarkable beauty and grace quietly captured the hearts of three women. Lady Janet had a life of her, a kindness and warmth that seemed to soar into the most of her souls.
Ah, Lucy Manning. What a delightful woman. What an advantageous match she would be for a man of my standing. I've been thinking about this for some time now, and it's clear to me that marriage to her is not just desirable, it's essential. I am established. I can offer her security, wealth, and an elevated social standing. What more could a woman ask for? She'd be a fool if she misses an opportunity such as this. I am a man of ambition, and marrying Lucy would be a smart move for my career, for my future.
Lucy, I never thought I would know love like this. Quite steady and pure. I who have squandered my life in idleness and regret, self-destructive habits, have found in you a love that I can possess, a love that I can never hope with. You have given me something I thought I deserved not. I never deserved. Your kindness and belief in me, even when I do not even believe in myself.
When I first met Lucy, it was not just a beauty and captivity, but her kindness, her beauty of heart. She is not like a woman. She is a beacon of light in a world that consumes